What up, YouTube? It's your boy Anime Specialist. So this episode was just amazing from beginning to end. So let's get right to it. So obviously it was Asta, Noel, Finwell, and Vanessa working together to fight Fana and her fire spirit, and the fight was just amazing. The animation wasn't top notch all the episode, but the dialogue and the fight against Fana and the backstory that we saw, everything about this episode was just amazing to me. Something that Vanessa said was pretty interesting. She said that the fire spirit is the most powerful out of all the elemental spirit, wind, water, and earth. I think, I'm not sure, but the fire spirit is the most powerful of them all, so that was pretty interesting. But anyway, Asta was trying to reason with Fana for a while, and I actually thought that it would work, but it didn't. It actually triggered some flashback from the elf race once again, and it confuses me again. Like, it doesn't say anything to me right now. The only thing that we know is that some humans killed the elf race, and that's the only thing that we really know. But another thing that we saw in this episode is that they were killed by someone that can use light magic, like Lich. So I'm not really sure what's happening right now, because Fana is acting like she was an elf, but she really isn't. You know, we already know that she's human. She's from the Diamond Kingdom. So I don't really understand that right now. We saw a human in the flashback, and he looks pretty familiar. I'm just gonna say, I think he's actually the Magic King from a while ago, the one that defeated the big demon that we see in every beginning of the episode. That's just my thought about this, but we know that he can use light magic too. You know, that's how he defeated the big demon. So I'm wondering if this guy is next Magic King, the hero that saved the Clover Kingdom. But like I said, someone killed the elf race by using light magic. So this is pretty interesting. I don't know if the Magic King will do that, because they look like they were a peaceful race, you know. So we'll have to know more about them in the future. Now, I may sound a little bit stupid because of what I'm gonna say, but now I know why they're called the third eye. You know, we saw Vento with a third eye, but I really didn't know that Fana would have a third eye. You know, so I would have thought about it before, but now we know that Fana has a third eye. Maybe the other guy, I don't remember his name, the one that can copy any magic, has a third eye too. So yeah, this was pretty interesting. That was my bad, man. I really didn't know that Fana would have a third eye. But like I said, the whole episode was amazing, and this part of the episode was crazy because she just like evolved her fire spirit just like that with her mana, I guess, and she can use diamond magic. Obviously, she's Fana, and she was friend with Mars when they were kids. And if you remember, at the beginning of the anime series, Mars could use fire recovery magic plus his diamond magic, because he kind of have half of the grimoire of Fana, and he can use both magic because of that. And it's the same thing for Fana. She has the other half of Mars grimoire. She can use diamond and fire recovery magic just like Mars. So that's a way that they're connected. So that was pretty cool. But man, if it wasn't for Noel, maybe Finwell, Vanessa, and Asta wouldn't be alive right now. Obviously, she can use water creation magic, so it just counters what Fana can do. So this was a pretty interesting clash, because we saw it in the opening. She used her water dragon spell to use against Fana, and this part was pretty amazing to me, because it wasn't just about fighting. It was just about recognizing how strong she is, and that she can help her comrade and everything. I really didn't know that Noelle was still doubting herself because of what happened when she was a kid. Obviously, her brothers and sister didn't really like her because she was quote unquote a failure, and she was the reason why their mother died or something. So obviously that happened, but I really didn't know that she was still doubting herself, But it seems like she finally broke through again, and she used the water dragon against Fana and her fire spirit, and it was pretty amazing, a fire dragon versus a water dragon, so that was pretty cool. The water dragon didn't defeat the fire spirit, but it was pretty effective. Because of that, Asta was able to defeat the fire dragon, and I don't know if it's killed. I think that because they're spirit, they're gonna come back anyway, but for a while we won't see the fire dragon, I think. Now we gotta talk about Fana again, because now she's different, man. She looks different. She actually looks like an elf for a reason that we don't know yet, but there's something pretty fishy about what's happening to her and why it's happening to her, because we know that she's human. She's a human. She's not an elf. I think Lich has something to do with that. Maybe he's putting memories into her head for her, thinking that she was an elf when she was younger or something, because she doesn't seem to know who she really is right now. So my theory right now is that Lich is actually replacing her real memories with fake memories for her to think that she needs to protect Lich, and that she was an elf, and that she hates a human or something like that. So that's my theory right now. But yeah, man, there's something pretty fishy, but she's an interesting character. She's one of the most, I think, interesting character of the series right now, and I really want to know more. But at the end of the episode, we saw something really, really interesting. It seems like it's Fana reaching to Lich after the Diamond Kingdom exam, when she was quote unquote killed by Mars. So it seems like she was recruited by Lich when she was young, really young, when she was a kid, after she was killed by Mars. So this is pretty interesting, and in the next week's episode preview, it seems like we'll be able to see some backstory with Mars and maybe Fana right now. So this next week's episode will be really, really good. But yeah, man, I really want to know more about what's happening right now, because it's crazy. This episode was one of the craziest episodes that we've seen so far in this series, in my opinion. There was so much happening at the same time. The Black Bulls versus Fana, the backstory with the elves and the human. After that, Fana's third eye and her transformation. Her fire dragon evolving, like a Pokemon, I guess. But yeah, there was a lot happening. She can use diamond magic plus flame recovery magic. Everything about this episode was amazing. The fight and it's really the dialogue, the thing that they were talking about. This was really, really interesting. I really cared more about the dialogue, about what they were saying, than the fight. But the dialogue plus the fight was a plus, so yeah, man, I really want to know more about what's going to happen. But yeah, man, I don't know what to say. This episode was just amazing. My bad if I sounded a little off, because I'm sick right now, but I'll get better. Let me know what you thought about this week's episode in the comments down below. Like I said, it was amazing. I put a 10 out of 10 for this episode, except sometimes the animation and art, but except for that, it was really good. Let me know what you think is gonna happen next. But yeah, man, I do Black Clover reviews every Tuesday, so subscribe for that. And I do other anime related things like One Piece, Sword Art Online, and other animes that I'm gonna do in the future. So yeah, man, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Anime Specialist out. Peace.